Hello out there. This is going to be a simple video. I've tried to shoot this now a few different ways, with a lot of jokes and humor, and I had a nice camera angle, but it wasn't working for me. Wasn't working for my style. And I wanted to make this a little bit more conversational. I wanted to kind of pare down to the basics, and this is a very clear-cut video. Experienced gamers, I would invite you to look upon my face. I'm sorry in advance. Um, uh, I am your past. It's true. You were once me, a new gamer, not sure of himself, not sure about the rules or the systems or where to find a group or how to play or table etiquette, all that stuff. You were learning. You were forming into the gamer that you have become now. And now that you are an experienced gamer, as either a GM or a player or whatever, you are coming across, or you soon will come across, someone new to your table, a new gamer who maybe reminds you a lot of you at that time. And the question becomes, when these new players and sit down at your table, what do we do with them? How do we deal with them? What do they require? Now many different YouTubers within this community have attempted to answer this question. What do we do with these new players? What's the best strategy for having a new player at your table? And I'm going to answer this question from the perspective of the new gamer. What does a noob want? What does a noob need? And I can say that it's a few things, and I'm not going to list these out in bullet points. I'm just going to let these kind of come to me as I've sort of reflected on them. And I can tell you, first and foremost, what comes to mind is patience. I'm going to need patience for my fellow players, and especially the GM, as I begin to learn the rules, as I have to go through the book frequently, as I make mistakes. I need that patience. I need to feel welcomed to your table. I need to feel that I am not a burden to you, to you or the other players. I know that it's hard for me to sit down with an experienced group of gamers, and not feel a little uncomfortable. It's a little awkward because they do, because there is a difference there. I'm not as aware of the rules, and I'm not as experienced of a player. So needless to say, those first times sitting with a group, playing with a group, need to feel welcoming, and I need to feel that I can come back. There needs to be a good amount of communication between all of us. And I'm not saying that you should stop in the middle of your game and ask me, like, are you doing okay? How'd that feel? Is everything good? No, I'm just saying that find time to open up lines of communication with me, to make sure that I understand the rules, to make sure that my experience is going well. Let me know constructive criticism if I'm doing something wrong, or if I'm doing something, or if you want to impart some tips or critiques to my gaming. Also, let me know when I'm doing things right. That helps, and it goes back to that feeling welcomed. So please, feel free to communicate with me. I need to see your enthusiasm for the game. I need to have the sense that this is a fun thing to do. To be honest, as a new gamer, my I am committing myself to getting into this hobby, but I'm still, both of my feet are in the door, but I'm still very close to that door, and it wouldn't be hard for me to get out at this point. I haven't devoted too many years to this game, to these games. I haven't invested so much money that it would be a waste. I need to feel an enthusiasm. I need to want to play your game. I need to want to play with you. Uh, I need your expertise. I need you to know the rules. I need you to be able to guide me. Your experience is something that's very much appreciated, and I'm hoping that we can work together so that I can become a better player, so that I will need less of the patience and less of the time to figure out what I'm doing, because it will be a learning experience. And I think, ultimately, I need you to remember what it was like to be me. What it was like when that first time you sat down at a table and there was a paper and a pencil and some funny looking dice and some probably familiar faces, but maybe new faces sitting around a table, and people were talking in funny voices, and there was one person sitting behind this glorified folder, and just having a good time. But remember that first time that you started playing. Remember when you were a noob. I think that's what it really comes down to. Remember when you were a noob. What did you need? What helped you become the experienced player that you have become? And maybe you can use that. I would invite the community to chime in on what they feel about this subject. I know that there are a few videos about new players at the table, but maybe let's revisit this and give this conversation some new light. I would also, especially invite those people who are watching this video who are noobs like myself, who are just getting into the games, getting into Pathfinder or D&D or Call of Cthulhu or Vampire the Masquerade or anything that you play. And I would encourage you to please leave a video response, leave something in the comments. I want to create this dialogue. What is it that you need as a new gamer? So I think that's going to do it for this video. There will be more coming out soon. So yeah, have a happy holiday season, everyone. And thank you for all the people who are starting to subscribe and watch my videos. It's a pleasure, and I really thrive off the feedback. It's a good guidance for me what to do and how to take my channel as I start breaking into this, just like I'm breaking into gaming. So a lot of those things I said apply to YouTube as well. All right, have a good one. Aaron Vansock signing off.